Soulmask is frustrating for new players because it doesn't do things like other games do, and some mechanics are simply convoluted. So here are 60 tips for you to master the game quickly, from beginner to advanced. Don't start your game on any public server unless you are ready to spend 200 hours in this game. When you're just learning the game, it's better to play on your own terms and with the settings you like, and you can always change them as you play. Your starting mask is not important because the only difference between the masks is this bottom tier of perks. By the time you are able to pick skills that actually matter, you will have found the other masks. When you're first dropped in the forest, don't skip the guide. The game is different from what you've played before and you'll save yourself a lot of frustration by following it. For example, it will unlock core gameplay mechanics and will tell you how to find the ruins that will teach you the control ability so you can recruit more than 3 tribesmen for your camp. However, when you get to the part where it tells you to build a bonfire, don't do it yet. The starting area is a bad place to build your base in, and it's hard to relocate. Instead, run westward and build your base anywhere here. That's because this place is near a portal, source of water, and tribal camp, all the most essential things for your base. And mines too. After building your bonfire there, you might be surrounded by creatures that are higher level than you. You don't have to fight them. You can raise your level easier and faster by chopping down trees, mining stones, working tables, and doing other tasks, so focus on them before venturing out. You can also move and do tasks while your character is crafting, and crafting gives you XP too, so keep scheduling a million crafting jobs while exploring the world and you'll level up relatively quickly. You might have a hard time finding the spot I showed without revealing your map first. To do that, open the map and find scout camps. Place a marker by clicking V and then just move in that direction. Once you're there, identify the scout, lower their HP until it says "can be interrogated" and then interrogate them by clicking E. Revealing the map this way won't uncover every landmark, so there is still some incentive for you to explore. You can repeat the interrogation process if you see more scout camps in the already revealed areas though. You can recruit tribesmen the same way you interrogate scouts, except you'll need to feed them broth or soups before you can recruit them, at 500 recognition points. You don't have to be near those knocked out tribesmen for you to earn recognition. It's fine to leave them all on the ground, go do other things on the other edge of the map, and just come back to get them when they're already at 500 recognition. Just feed them a little before leaving and be prepared to fight off another batch that spawns in their place. Unless you play on a public server, of course, where someone can steal your tribesmen from you. Alternatively, if you find yourself at a village, there's very likely to be beds already where you can put a tribesman down, and if not, you can always carry a bed with you. Having them rest in bed will earn you recognition faster. Otherwise, feed them until all their indicators are maxed out. You'll need just 2 broth per person, and then, unless you have respawn of enemies enabled, nothing bad will happen to you if you just leave the game running for a few minutes, so you can just wait for the tribesmen to reach 500 recognition. Then, recruit them, choose deploy, and they'll follow you to the end of the world. If you don't want to run back and forth to bring all your new tribe members home, just go to your settings before loading the game and set deployed tribesmen to as many as you want. It's default to just 3. These settings are changed on a per difficulty basis, so you can set settings differently for each and then quickly change between them without having to hunt down a particular setting. The world is very big, so you'll spend hours traversing it on foot. Get alpaca as soon as you can. These can be found in tribal camps here. Just pick one up, drop it again, and then tell it to follow you to your camp. I brought 3 tiny alpacas home this way without fighting anyone, so don't worry about their safety. Your followers don't need their own mounts. If you move faster than them, they will just appear behind you once you reach your destination, unless they are overweight. This applies to animals that follow you too, so don't worry about those baby alpacas getting lost. In the middle of a PvE battle, your mounts won't get attacked, so don't worry about their safety there either. When your alpaca grows, you will need a saddle to ride it, which can be made in an armor forging table from leather. When astride an alpaca or any other mount, make sure not to travel through portals, as this will leave them behind. Instead, unmount and tell them to follow you. This way, they will go through the portal with you. You can use this to your advantage. If you're playing solo, you can leave your mounts at every portal and they will take care of themselves. You cannot use water bottles to fill parrot and other animal throws. You have to use a water bucket equipped as a tool and click E when standing near one. To feed tribesmen, build a dining table and fill it with dishes you find during exploration, or use cooking stove to make your own. Your tribe members will feed themselves. In the beginning, it may not be worth crafting your own armor and weapons. Just attack tribal camps and get everything you need. For example, in these ancient ruins, you can find the tribal leader that has full set of legendary bronze armor. More than that, you can farm the leaders for masks. They don't have the same mask every time you encounter them, so you can then save and load the game to kill them again and get another mask. But if you have tribesmen deployed and load the game, they won't be deployed anymore. So if you run away, you will just leave them behind. So make it a habit when you're out and about to redeploy them every time you load the game. Always go out exploring with your tribesmen as they are a formidable force, often stronger than you are, and can make fighting enemies much easier. But make sure to deploy the same tribesmen all the time to increase their combat skills, otherwise they'll soon all fall behind. Also, both you and your tribesmen have different skill caps. Just click O and you'll see that there's a cap on your character's production and combat skills. At the time of making this, it's 60 for production and 90 for combat skills on your main character, which means it will never be able to learn any of these skills. Now click here to see the list of your other characters, click on them and you'll surely find characters that have higher caps. Now, does it mean that you have to take control of them instead? Well, it depends. I personally see them as extensions of your character that can do the work for you or that you can possess when you need a particular skill. I let my tribesmen do the fighting while I mine and loot the surroundings, and that's fine by me because the fighting in this game is very boring. And note the color here near the character's name. Red means that it's a legendary character and is, well, less disposable. But once you pass level 35, it's not a big deal if your good tribesmen die. First, make sure that you have toggled this setting first, otherwise your tribesmen will revive at the level you first converted them. Then, collect their items and revive them in this chamber, which you get after clearing the Ancient Ruins dungeon in the River Valley. You will also have to defeat 3 pyramid bosses to unlock the revive skill. I spent 2 damn hours looking for the entrance to this Ancient Ruins dungeon. You have to travel from the portal along the cliffs until you find a clearing on the right side that you can use to move up and find this cave. You should prepare lots of space before going in, a mount with empty inventory and tribesmen equipped with hammers or gauntlets. Without them, you won't do any damage to the enemies inside. You can also find about weaknesses of animals you encounter by clicking K and going to Hunting Gallery. Here, you will also learn if you can domesticate them and how. You don't have to deter every single tribesman you find, just look at their names. In general, you want to try and deter those that are called master and such, as they're more likely to have higher caps. But before you leave your base to explore, sleep. You don't want to end up stuck in the wilderness unable to move because your energy ran out. There is no way to sleep without a bed, and there is no way to build a bed without resources that you can only make at a carpenter's table, and you can't make a... well, in practice, it just means that you have to load your game and drop everything you were trying to do just to get home. Alternatively, always carry a bed with you, and you'll never have to worry about sleeping again. You don't even need a floor for it. That said, save regularly. The game has weird intervals that it saves progress at, so make it a habit to save manually. You can also enable respawning moves the death package to player position, so that when you die, all your stuff spawns at your respawn point and you don't have to travel back to it. Your tribesmen will stay where you died though. They may also stay behind when they get tired, just like you. Max weight limit decreases as they and you get more and more tired, and eventually they'll just stand in place, immobile. So don't overload them with stuff and make sure they have enough energy/morale to continue with you. Speaking of stuff, there's another perk of bringing your tribesmen with you. You can put all of your loot into their inventories, and when they come home, they will automatically sort the loot into the right containers. It's best to have a container for each category of items, as then you will never have to hunt down the tribesman that is walking around with that crafted piece that you need because they didn't have a space to put it in. Before transferring items into a container with the help of these shortcuts, mark the items you want to always keep by clicking Z. Always carry crystals and sunstones with you because those are only found in ancient ruins and you don't want to run across half the map because you reached the portal without any stones to activate it or mask energy to use it. Don't ask me how I know. Also, you might want to carry worship containers with you as you don't want to find yourself near a pyramid without one. You can reduce some of the weight that you carry by condensing your sunstones into one energy gathering crystal. You just need to find the mysterious stone table first. With it, you can convert 10 weight into 0.2. You can upgrade your buildings to any tier by simply clicking E and then upgrade. It will show you every possible upgrade option, even those that you haven't researched yet. This doesn't work for tables though, which you have to upgrade through the building workshop. Just take the upgrades you make and put them into these slots. When you give tasks to your tribesmen, you might be wondering why is there nothing available here. The reason is because you haven't placed a marker on the map. To do that, just open the map and click R where you want the marker to be. Now you can assign your worker to that place and they'll automatically bring the resources back to your base and sort it to the right containers. Be wary that they can be captured or killed though. You can drag tasks up and down the queue to set priority, and it's the same for every other place that has queues, benches for example. Don't be fooled by work break status on your tribesmen, they're not resting, they just can't work. So check their task queue to see what's stopping them. Your tribesmen need their tools repaired every once in a while, otherwise they won't perform their work. To automatically repair their tools, build a repair bench and set auto repair tasks. In this example, I have set it to repair everything, so when tools break, my people bring them to this chest, which are then transferred to the repair bench, where they are then repaired and returned to the chest. For it to work, the tribesmen that use tools have to have a task set up to store all their tools in a tool chest at the lowest priority, which won't be executed as long as they have their tools and are able to do their tasks. Then another tribesman is assigned to repair bench, to which they take tools from the tool chest without any additional task setup required and return the tools to the chest once they're finished. Just don't forget to set durability at which you want to repair them. This number corresponds to current durability of a tool and when it's time to fix it, and this sets the minimum durability cap that tool has to have to be repaired. Each repair wears a tool down and so it loses a bit of this durability. For more tips on building and maintaining a sustainable base, check out my base building guide here. Out of all the tools that you can learn and craft, prioritize pickaxe as it allows you to mine higher tier ores. Other tools don't currently unlock any new resources. You can reset technology tree and get back your points for things you no longer need. For example, here at level 37 I was able to reclaim all my points for wooden, stone, bone and bronze tools and weapons and could put those points to better use. You can have 5 different buffs active at any one time. 1 medical and 1 harmful substance like cigar, 1 fruit or 1 vegetable, 1 meat, and 1 drink. Or more than 1? You can have multiple mods on the same piece of gear. Just drag and drop different mods to apply and you'll see the effect here. However, there is no fail-safe for dragging the same type of mod over the one already installed, so you'll just lose it if you drag exactly the same type of mod. Repairing a weapon or armor removes the mod that is on them, so repair before putting on the mods. After you kill Berserk Saber-Toothed Predator at awareness level 40 or more, you can craft advanced armor from iron gear. Make sure to craft from the max quality such as legendary because the input directly influences the end product. You can see here I crafted 2 rings from common quality rings and another one out of epic iron ring. One of them got a slightly improved quality, but still the epic ring turned out to be a much better use of resources. You can swim to underwater locations without any breathing devices. Just use good bandages and other healing tools and they'll overpower the loss of HP from you suffocating. If you build a Christmas tree, after some time gifts will appear under it with blueprints for more holiday themed items. Did you like this video? Throw a like and check my other videos on Soulmask. Thank you.